We begin at 5 with those new details in the officer-involved shooting in Linden. Columbus police identified this man today. The suspect, they say, shot a police officer twice. 38-year-old Chantez Loury. Loury was killed by officers returning fire Wednesday. I want to thank you for being with us here on your Friday on 10 TV and on the stream. I'm Jeff Hogan.
And I'm Yolanda Harris. Columbus police releasing new dash camera video today, painting a clearer picture of the timeline of events that led up to the shooting. Police say at 7:18 p.m. Wednesday, officers attempted a traffic stop at Hamilton and Minnesota Avenues. Officers lost sight of the car for about 11 minutes. One officer finds the car unoccupied at 7:29. Another officer 2 minutes later says they saw someone walking. Chantez Loury. Officers approach, ask Loury to come toward the cruiser, and he opens fire, hitting one officer twice with bullets.
Columbus Police Chief Elaine Bryant says that officer is still recovering after surgery tonight. She says Loury has a long criminal history and just got out of prison last year.
He was released from prison in August of 2025 and was placed on 3 years of supervised parole. Mr. Loury has an extensive criminal history, which includes numerous drug trafficking and weapon charges, multiple assault charges, and attempted murder charge.
We want to bring in 10 TV's Kevin Landers now live from police headquarters. And Kevin, you were in that news conference today. You've been digging into Loury's past. How does someone on parole who's already violated it end up unaccounted for at the time of a shooting?
Yeah, it's a great question. Chantez Loury was released from prison in August of last year. He was given 3 years of post-release control, but at the time of the shooting, he was a violator at large, meaning the state had no idea where he was.
King Adam Mary 9.
This police cruiser video shows an officer attempting to pull over a driver in a white Suburban. The time is 7:18 p.m. Despite multiple attempts to use his siren to get the driver to pull over, the driver fails to stop. Police later identify the man as Chantez Loury, a career criminal with at least 33 charges to his name.
Can you explain what was the reason for the stop initially?
So what I can tell you is there was some sort of traffic violation. I can't get into the specifics until the investigation is done because we know what you know based on what we saw.
14 minutes later at 7:32 p.m., other officers spot the suspect walking on the road.
Come here, get on the ground.
The gunfire hits an officer twice, and the gunman is shot multiple times by officers returning fire and later dies. The officers survived. According to the Department of Corrections, Loury was a parole violator at large since April 7th after serving time for felony assault. Currently, there are more than 1,600 post-release control violators across the state, according to state records.
No, we don't know where they are, but we are continuously looking for those folks.
We questioned the state prison system about the issue in July of last year after a violator at large with a violent past cut off his ankle bracelet and was later arrested and charged for the murder of a Cincinnati man.
Where is the supervision failure if they're allowed to just skip and no one knows where they are?
Well, I wouldn't characterize it as allowing them to skip. We do a really good job of supervising folks.
At the time of the shooting, the state had no idea where this person was, and he almost killed a police officer. What is your message to the Department of Corrections who doesn't know where these violators are?
What I can tell you is that absolutely, when you have a criminal like this, they should be locked up. They should be behind bars. They should not be allowed to be out. Obviously, mad, we're frustrated. This didn't have to occur. We're going to do better. They have to do better.
Now, police are not releasing the name of the officer, citing Marsy's Law, which protects victims of crime. The shooting is now under the review of the Bureau of Criminal Investigation. Reporting live outside police headquarters, Kevin Landers, 10 TV News.